I brought my roommate's wallet to dinner without telling her. My roommate Kate has this incredible superpower. She can selectively forget her wallet every single time we go somewhere that costs money. But somehow, she never forgets it when she's going shopping alone or getting her nails done. We've been living together for 8 months, and I've been keeping track. She's forgotten her wallet 17 times. 17. And every single time, she gives me this look like I'm supposed to cover her because I have a corporate job, and she's a freelance artist. Last Tuesday, she comes bouncing into our apartment with this huge grin. Guess what? I booked us a table at Meridian for my birthday dinner Friday night. I invited Jessica, Mike, and Elle. Meridian, the place where appetizers start at $35. I knew exactly what was coming. This was going to be her biggest scam yet. Order expensive food for everyone on her special day, then conveniently forget her wallet and guilt everyone else into splitting the massive bill. Friday night arrives. She's getting ready, humming some Taylor Swift song, completely in her element. I'm watching from my doorway as she does her usual routine. Phone check, keys check, lipstick check, tiny purse check. She even did that fake little gasp and snap like, got everything, as if to seal the performance. But there it was, her wallet sitting in plain sight on the nightstand, once again mysteriously excluded from the essentials. It was like watching someone rehearse a scam she's pulled off a dozen times. Wallet sitting on nightstand? Ignored. I'm just going to touch up my mascara real quick, she calls out, heading to the bathroom. That's when I made my move. I slipped into her room and grabbed the wallet. Black leather, kind of heavy actually. I could feel credit cards and cash inside. We meet everyone at the restaurant. Meridian has this whole upscale vibe. Dim lighting, fancy cloth napkins, waiters in actual uniforms. Kate is in full birthday girl mode, telling everyone to order whatever they want. It's my special day, go crazy. Jessica orders a $40 salmon. Mike gets the $55 steak. Ella goes for the lamb, which is like $60. Kate orders the seafood tower for herself, $85. We're laughing, having a good time, taking birthday photos. Kate is being the perfect hostess. Then the check comes, $230. Kate looks at it and starts patting down her tiny purse, checking her jacket pockets, looking under the table. Oh my God, you guys. I am so embarrassed. I totally forgot my wallet at home. Here we go. Can someone cover me? I'll Venmo everyone back as soon as we get home. I promise. Jessica and Mike exchange glances. They're both grad students. Definitely can't afford to split a $200+ check. LA looks uncomfortable. I mean, I can put it on my card, Jessica says hesitantly. But like, I'll get everyone back, Kate insists. You know I'm good for it. Except she's not. She still owes me money from our last 3 dinners together. That's when I reach into jacket pocket. You mean this wallet? I place her black leather wallet right in the center of the table. The entire table goes silent. Kate's face drains of color. How did you? She starts. Your nightstand, I say calmly. Same place you always forget it when we're going somewhere expensive. Jessica's mouth falls open. Mike actually laughs. Ella just stares back and forth between us. Kate reaches for the wallet like it might bite her. I can't believe you went through my stuff. I didn't go through anything. It was sitting right there in plain sight, right next to the keys you somehow remembered to bring. She opens the wallet and I can see it's full. Credit cards, cash, everything she needs. So, I continue. Are you paying for the birthday dinner you invited everyone to, or should I put this back in my pocket? Kate pulls out her credit card and hands it to our waiter without saying a word. The ride home is silent. When we get back, she goes to her room. I feel bad, but also justified. Around 2 a.m., I get up for water and notice her light is still on. I peek through the crack in her door, and she's sitting on her bed surrounded by receipts, not making a poster or anything dramatic, just looking through them one by one. Some are from our dinners together. Some look really old, like from before we even met. She's crying quietly while reading them. The next morning, there's a stack of receipts on the kitchen counter with a sticky note. These are all the times people paid for me, and I actually did pay them back. I go through them. She's right. Venmo screenshots, bank transfers, even some cash exchange photos. Then I see one receipt at the bottom of the pile from Meridian, dated 3 months ago, and my stomach drops. The receipt is from a party of 2. The bill is massive, like $400. But what really gets me is the date. It's exactly 2 years ago today, Kate's 25th birthday. And at the bottom, there's a handwritten note from the waiter. Happy birthday, Kate, B. I flip it over, and there's more writing on the back in Kate's handwriting. Best birthday ever. Brian paid for everything without me even asking. This is what it feels like to be taken care of. I stand there in our kitchen, holding this receipt, and suddenly everything clicks into place. This wasn't about being cheap or scamming friends. This was about recreating a feeling, a dynamic, the feeling of being with someone who just took care of things without her having to worry about money. I know who Brian is or was. Kate mentioned him exactly once about 3 months after we moved in together. We were watching some romantic movie, and she made an offhand comment about about how her ex used to surprise her with expensive dinners all the time, and how she missed that. I remember thinking it was kind of shallow at the time, but now looking at this receipt with her handwriting on it, I realized it wasn't about the money. It was about feeling valued, cherished, like someone thought she was worth spending on. And here's the thing, Brian was loaded, like tech startup money loaded. Kate showed me pictures once briefly, him in a suit getting out of a Tesla, them at some charity gala, a vacation in the Maldives. She worked as a freelance artist back then too, but she never had to worry about money because Brian just covered everything. Rent, groceries, dinners, trips, everything. And she got used to it. Got used to someone else just handling the financial side of things while she focused on her art. Then they broke up. Kate never told me why, just that it ended badly. And suddenly, she's living in our modest apartment, splitting a $200 rent, having to think about grocery budgets and utility bills for the first time in years. I feel like absolute garbage now. Like I just publicly humiliated someone for being traumatized by a breakup. But also, I'm still kind of mad because even if I understand where it's coming from, she's still been manipulating our friends. Jessica barely makes minimum wage. Mike is on student loans. And Kate has been making them pay for her meals while she's got hundreds in her wallet. I don't know what to do with this information. Do I apologize? Do I bring it up? I'm standing there with this receipt in my hand when Kate walks into the kitchen. She's in her pajamas, eyes red from crying. She sees what I'm holding and just freezes. I found it, I say quietly. She nods, not looking at me. I was trying to make it feel like my life wasn't falling apart, she says. Her voice is hoarse. Every time we'd go out and I'd forget my wallet and someone would cover me, it felt like maybe I was still that person. The person worth taking care of, worth spending on. I know how messed up that sounds. Kate, I start, but she cuts me off. You were right to call me out. I've been such a mess. I just missed feeling like I mattered to someone enough that they'd want to treat me. And I turned it into this sick game with people who don't even have money to spare. She sits down at the kitchen table, burying her face in her hands. Brian and I were together for 4 years. 4 years of never having to look at a price tag, never having to stress about money. And then he left me for someone at his company, and suddenly I'm back to my crappy freelance income, and I don't know how to be okay with just being normal again, with having to budget and split checks and think about whether I can afford the salmon or if I should get the cheaper pasta. I sit down across from her. You could have just told me, and say what? That I'm pathetically pining for my rich ex-boyfriend who traded me for a 24-year-old marketing manager, that I've been essentially role-playing being in a relationship where someone takes care of me, except I'm doing it with my broke friends? She laughs bitterly. That sounds so much better. We sit in silence for a minute. Then she says, I was looking at those receipts last night because I was trying to prove to myself I'm not a complete monster, that I do pay people back, that I'm not just using everyone. But the truth is, I've been using the feeling, using the dynamic, and that's just as bad. I don't know what to say. Part of me wants to comfort her. Part of me is still hurt that she's been manipulating our whole friend group. So I just ask, what now? I pay everyone back, she says. For real this time. Every dinner, every drink, every time they've covered me. And I need to get therapy or something, because this isn't normal. Missing someone so much that you recreate toxic patterns with your friends. She goes back to her room and I hear her making phone calls. First to Jessica, then Mike, then Elle. I can't hear exactly what she's saying, but I hear her crying multiple times. Later that afternoon, my phone buzzes. It's Jessica. Did Kate call you? She called me, said she's Venmoing me back for literally every time she's forgotten her wallet. Plus interest, I'm like $300 richer RN. What happened? I don't know how to explain it, so I just say Kate's going through some stuff and leave it at that. Over the next week, Kate and I barely speak. She moves around the apartment like a ghost. She's home more often, not going out. I noticed she started cooking her own meals instead of ordering delivery. She's wearing less makeup. It's like watching someone try to become a different person overnight. Then one night, about 2 weeks after the Meridian incident, I come home and find her going through her closet. There are clothes everywhere. What are you doing? I ask. She doesn't turn around. Getting rid of everything Brian bought me, everything from that time. I can't keep holding on to that version of myself. She's got tears streaming down her face as she shoves designer dresses into trash bags, a Burberry coat, Louboutin heels, a Gucci purse, thousands of dollars worth of clothes. Kate, you don't have to. Yes, I do, she interrupts. Every time I wear this stuff, I'm pretending I'm still her. The girl who didn't have to worry about money, the girl who was worth expensive dinners and surprise vacations. But that's not real. That was never real. Brian didn't love me. He liked having a pretty accessory who did art as a cute hobby. And I liked not having to be a real person with real problems. She's right about one thing. She does need therapy, but watching her purge her entire closet feels extreme. What are you going to wear? I ask. She laughs, still crying. I don't know. Normal people clothes, stuff from Target, whatever I can actually afford on my freelance income instead of living in denial. I help her carry the bags to her car. She's donating it all. On the drive to Goodwill, she's quiet. Then she says, I'm sorry for everything, for making you the bad guy when you were just trying to have reasonable boundaries, for manipulating our friends, for turning my breakup into everyone else's problem. I'm sorry too, I say, for embarrassing you in front of everyone. I could have handled that better. She shakes her head. No, I needed that. I needed someone to actually call me on my bullshit instead of just enabling it, because they felt bad for me. We drop off the clothes, and on the way back, she asks if I want to get coffee. My treat, actual treat, with my actual money. We sit in this little cafe, and she tells me the full story about Brian, how they met at an art gallery where she was showing some pieces, how he swept her off her feet with grand gestures and expensive dates, how he convinced her to quit her part-time jobs and focus on art full-time because he'd take care of everything else, how she slowly stopped being her own person and became an extension of his lifestyle. The worst part, she says, stirring her coffee, is I don't even know if I loved him or if I just loved not having to worry, not having to struggle. And when he left, I was so desperate to get that feeling back that I tried to make everyone else fill that role, which is insane because Jessica makes $12 an hour and I was making her pay for my $40 entrees. Are you going to be okay? I ask. She shrugs. I don't know. Probably not for a while, but at least now I know what the actual problem is. I'm not mad at you for calling me out. I'm mad at myself for getting to this point. We finish our coffee and go home. Things feel different between us. Not better exactly, but more honest. That night she knocks on my door. Hey, can I talk to you about something? She sits on my bed and takes a deep breath. I've been thinking about what you might have seen in my room when you grabbed my wallet. My stomach drops. Oh God, she knows I snooped. What do you mean? She gives me a look. Come on, I know you saw the journal. The receipts were on my bed, but the journal was in my nightstand drawer. And you had plenty of time while I was in the bathroom. I want to deny it, but she's right. While grabbing the wallet, I did see a journal, and yes, I opened it, just for a second. But what I saw made me close it immediately. Page after page of Kate's handwriting, justifying why she deserved free things. I didn't read much, but I saw enough. I'm sorry, I say. I shouldn't have. You should read it, she interrupts. All of it. I want you to understand how messed up my thinking has been. She goes to her room and comes back with the journal. It's leather-bound, expensive looking. Of course it is. Brian gave me this for our 2-year anniversary. Said I should use it to document my artistic journey. Instead, I used it to document my mental breakdown. I open it. The first entry is dated 6 months ago, right around when Kate and I became roommates. It starts normal enough, talking about her art, her day, her feelings about the breakup. But then around page 20, it shifts. She starts writing about money, about how people with corporate jobs have it easy, how they don't understand the struggle of being an artist, how the system is rigged against creative people. Then come the justifications. I provide emotional value to my friends, so they should be happy to buy me dinner occasionally. I'm contributing to society through my art, even if I'm not making much money yet. People who work corporate jobs sold their souls for steady paychecks, so they can afford to share. It gets worse. She starts listing specific friends and calculating their approximate incomes and how much they can afford to cover her. Jessica makes around 25 KOs a year, but she has no debt, so she can afford to spot me $30 to $40 occasionally. Mike has student loans, but also has family money, so buying me drinks isn't actually a burden. I'm helping them feel generous and needed. The entries become almost like a manifesto. She's convinced herself that accepting free things isn't taking advantage. It's allowing others to express their care for her, that she deserves to be taken care of because her art will someday contribute more to the world than their mindless corporate jobs. There's an entire page dedicated to me. My roommate makes probably $60 and has no idea what it's like to struggle. She judges me for forgetting my wallet, but she's never had to choose between paying rent and buying art supplies. She's never had someone take care of her like Brian took care of me, so she doesn't understand that some people are meant to be supported so they can create. I feel sick reading it. This is what she really thinks of me? Of all of us? I keep reading. The entries get darker. She starts planning the Meridian dinner specifically as a test of whether her friends really care about her. If they pay without complaint, they value her. If they hesitate, they're not real friends. It's manipulative and calculated, and so far from the bubbly artistic Kate I thought I knew. The final entry is from the night before the Meridian dinner. Tomorrow is my birthday. I'm going to see if my friends love me enough to celebrate me properly. If they do, maybe I can start to feel like myself again. If they don't, I'll know I need to find better people. People who actually appreciate what I bring to their lives. This is, I don't know what to say. Insane, Kate offers. Manipulative? Narcissistic? Yeah, I know. Reading it back now, I sound like a complete psycho. But at the time, it all made sense. I'd convinced myself I was the victim, that everyone else had it easy and I was the only one struggling, that I deserved to be compensated for my emotional labor or my artistic contributions or whatever bullshit I was telling myself that day. I closed the journal. Why are you showing me this? Because I want you to understand it wasn't personal. When I was writing about you, about Jessica, about everyone, I wasn't seeing you as real people. I was seeing you as characters in my story, the story where I'm the struggling artist who deserves to be rescued, and that's fucked up. You all deserve better than being reduced to your salaries and your usefulness to me. She takes the journal back. I'm burning this tonight. It's poison. Every page is me trying to justify being a terrible person. We sit in silence for a moment. Then I ask, are you really going to get therapy? I have an appointment next week, and I'm looking into support groups for people dealing with breakups in unhealthy ways. Apparently that's a thing. Who knew? She tries to laugh, but it comes out sad. That night I hear her in the backyard. I look out my window and she's burning the journal in our fire pit. The flames light up her face and I can see she's crying again, but this time it looks different, less about grief and more about letting go. The next morning, things are weird but workable. We have coffee together and she shows me her therapy appointment confirmation. It's with someone who specializes in relationship trauma and codependency, she explains. Apparently, I have all the markers of someone who needs to learn how to be okay on their own. For a few days, it feels like maybe we've turned a corner. Kate is quieter, more thoughtful. She pays back everyone she owes. She starts job hunting for something more stable than freelance work. I even catch her looking at budgeting apps on her phone. But then I make a mistake, a big one. Kate goes out one evening, says she has an art class. I'm home alone, bored, and I start thinking about that journal, about the things she wrote, and I get curious. What else was she hiding? I know it's wrong, but I go into her room anyway. I tell myself I'm just checking to make sure she actually burned the journal, that she's really trying to change, but that's a lie. I'm snooping. I look through her nightstand drawer. It's mostly empty now, but there's a folder at the bottom. I pull it out. More receipts. But these are different. These are recent. From the last 2 weeks, coffee shops, grocery stores, gas stations, all normal purchases, all paid for by Kate herself. It's like she's documenting her own independence. But underneath those, there are older receipts. And not just from restaurants. There are receipts from cash advances, from payday loan places, from pawn shops. Kate has been in serious financial trouble, way worse than I realized. One receipt is from a pawn shop dated a year ago. She pawned a diamond bracelet. The description says, 2 Silhouette diamond tennis bracelet, white gold. She got $800 for it. There's a note attached in Kate's handwriting. Brian's first anniversary gift. Hopefully he never notices it's gone. So she was pawning jewelry while still with Brian. I keep digging. There are bank statements showing overdraft fees, dozens of them. Credit card statements with maxed out limits. A letter from her landlord from her previous apartment threatening eviction for unpaid rent. Kate wasn't just struggling after Brian. She was struggling during Brian. How did I not see this? How did none of us see this? I'm so absorbed in the papers that I don't hear the front door open. I don't hear footsteps in the hallway. I don't hear anything until Kate's voice, cold and sharp, says, "What the fuck are you doing?" I spin around, papers still in my hands. Kate is standing in her doorway, face white with rage. I can explain? You can explain why you're going through my private financial documents? Her voice is shaking. After I just showed you my journal, after I was completely honest with you, you're still snooping. I just wanted to make sure of what? That I'm actually broke? That I'm actually as pathetic as you think I am? Congratulations, you found the evidence. She snatches the papers from my hands. You want to know what these are? These are from when Brian cut me off financially for a week because I hung out with a guy friend from art school. This is from when he overdrew my account buying himself golf clubs and didn't tell me. This is from when I had to pawn my jewelry to make rent because he decided my art wasn't worth supporting that month. Happy now? I'm speechless. Brian didn't just pay for things, she continues, voice breaking. He weaponized money. He'd give me unlimited access to his credit card and then suddenly cut me off as punishment. He'd promise to pay rent and then forget so I'd get late fees. He made me completely dependent on him and then used that dependence to control me. And when I finally left, I was so fucking buried in debt and fees and consequences that I could barely function. Kate, I didn't know. Of course you didn't know, because I was too ashamed to tell anyone. Do you know how humiliating it is to be a grown woman who can't manage her own finances because her ex-boyfriend systematically destroyed her credit and her sense of independence? Do you know what it's like to pawn your jewelry just to eat? She's crying now, angry tears. And yes, I know I made it worse by trying to manipulate our friends into paying for me. I know I turned into the exact same kind of person Brian was, using people for money. But at least I'm trying to fix it. At least I'm going to therapy and paying people back and burning my toxic journals. What are you doing? Just snooping through my trauma looking for more reasons to judge me? I'm sorry, I say. It sounds hollow. Sorry for snooping or sorry you got caught. Fair question. Both, I admit. I shouldn't have gone through your stuff. I violated your privacy and your trust. But I am genuinely sorry about what Brian did to you. That's abuse, Kate. Financial abuse. I know, she says quietly. That's what the therapist is going to help me process. The fact that I stayed with someone who used money to control me and then tried to recreate that dynamic with friends because it was familiar. It's all kinds of messed up. She sits on her bed, exhausted. I need you to leave my room, and I need some space. I can't have a roommate who's going to investigate me every time I start making progress. I leave. I feel like absolute shit. She's right, I violated her trust. Just when she was finally being vulnerable and honest, I went and proved that I don't respect her boundaries. Over the next few days, Kate barely speaks to me. She's polite when necessary, but mostly avoids me. She eats in her room, leaves early, comes home late. I want to apologize again, but I don't know how without making it worse. Then I make another mistake. Instead of respecting her space and working on being a better roommate, I do something petty, something I absolutely shouldn't do. But I'm mad. Mad that she wrote all those things about me in her journal. Mad that she called my job mindless and said I've never struggled. Mad that even after everything, she made me feel like the villain. So I start taking her stuff, not big stuff, just little things. She has this expensive shampoo, the one luxury item she kept after purging her closet. I start using it a lot. I take long showers, using way more than necessary, running up the water bill that she pays half of. She has groceries in the fridge, nice ones that she actually spent her own money on. Organic milk, fancy cheese, artisan bread. I eat them, not all at once, just gradually, so she might not notice right away. I use her nice coffee pods, her good olive oil, her specialty pasta. It's petty and vindictive, and I know it's wrong, but I can't seem to stop myself. I tell myself I'm just evening the score. She used our friends for free meals, I'm using her expensive groceries. Fair's fair, right? Wrong. So completely wrong. After about a week of this, Kate leaves a note on the fridge. I noticed my stuff going missing. If you're trying to get back at me, just say so. Don't passive-aggressively steal my food. I don't respond. Instead, I use even more of her shampoo. I run the shower for 30 minutes, just letting hot water pour down the drain. I'm being horrible and I know it, but there's this ugly part of me that feels justified. She wrote about me in her journal like I was some privileged person who couldn't understand struggle. Well, now she can struggle with mystery food theft. More notes appear. One on the bathroom mirror. You're being childish. One on my bedroom door. We're supposed to be adults. Act like one. One on the kitchen counter. I said I was sorry. I'm in therapy. I'm trying. What more do you want? That last one gets me. What do I want? I don't even know anymore. Am I trying to punish her, prove a point, make her feel as shitty as I felt reading her journal? Yes, all of the above. But then Jessica texts me, "Hey, can we talk?" I call her and she sounds worried. "Kate called me yesterday. She was crying. She said you two are in a really bad place and she doesn't know what to do. She thinks you hate her." I don't hate her, I say automatically. Well, you're doing a pretty good impression of someone who does. She told me about the journal, about Brian, about everything. She's really trying to get better, and she feels like you're punishing her for being honest. She went through my stuff too, I point out. She manipulated all of us. Yeah, and she's apologized and paid us back and is literally in therapy working on it. What are you doing? Because from where I'm sitting, you called her out at dinner. She took accountability, and now you're, what? Taking revenge? That's not a great look. Jessica's right and I hate it. I read her journal, the things she wrote about me, about all of us. It was awful. I'm sure it was. But she showed it to you because she wanted to be transparent. She wanted you to understand how distorted her thinking was. And instead of accepting that, as the olive branch it was, you used it as ammunition. Come on, you're better than this. Am I, though? I'm not so sure anymore. After I hang up with Jessica, I sit in my room and really think about what I've been doing. Kate was manipulative, yes. She used our friends, yes, but she's acknowledged it, apologized, and is actively trying to change. Meanwhile, I'm stealing her shampoo and running up the utility bill out of spite. Who's the bad guy here? I knock on Kate's door. She opens it halfway, defensive. What? I'm sorry for snooping, for stealing your stuff, for being petty and vindictive when you were trying to make amends. I was hurt by what you wrote, but that doesn't justify what I've been doing. She crosses her arms but doesn't slam the door. So what? You're done being an asshole now? I hope so. I want to be. Can we start over? She thinks about it. I don't know if we can start over. Too much has happened, but maybe we can move forward. Honestly, I agree. She opens the door wider. Come in. We sit on her bed and I take a deep breath. I think I was keeping score before you even started forgetting your wallet. I think I've always been a little resentful that you get to be an artist and I'm stuck in a corporate job I hate. And when you started manipulating money stuff, it gave me a target for all that resentment. Kate nods slowly. And I think I resented you for having your shit together, for not needing someone to take care of you. It reminded me of how dependent I'd become on Brian and how weak that made me feel. So we were both projecting our crap onto each other. Pretty much. We laugh, but it's not really funny. I'm going to replace your shampoo, I say, and stop being weird about money. Maybe we need to just split everything 50-50 going forward. No keeping track, no IOUs, just clean splits on everything. Deal, she says. And I promise, I'm done forgetting my wallet. I'm done with all of it. I just want to be normal roommates who split rent and don't hate each other. Same. For a few weeks, things are actually good. Better than good. Kate and I have an honest friendship for the first time. She tells me about her therapy sessions, the parts she's comfortable sharing. I tell her about how much I hate my job and how I've been too scared to look for something else. We cook together, watch terrible reality TV, actually hang out like friends instead of just coexisting. I start to think maybe we've moved past all the drama. Maybe we've both grown from this disaster. I'm wrong. It starts small. Kate mentions she needs to pay her half of utilities late because a client hasn't paid her yet. Just a few days late, I promise. I say it's fine. Then she asks if she can pay rent late. My payment processor has a hold on my account. Should clear by the 5th. It's the 1st. I agree because she's been doing so well and it seems reasonable. Then she asks to borrow $40 for gas. I'll Venmo you back Friday. I send her the money. Friday comes and goes. No Venmo. I don't bring it up because I don't want to be the person who's weird about money. But then more requests come. Can you grab toilet paper? I'll pay you back. Can you get the DoorDash? I'll get the next one. Can you spot me for this art supply? It's for a commission, so I'll have money next week. And suddenly, we're back in the same pattern. Except this time, Kate has an excuse for everything. The client didn't pay. The payment processor has a hold. The commission fell through. It's like watching someone who's been sober for a month slowly start drinking again. At first, it's just one beer. Then it's a few drinks. Then it's back to blackout drunk. Except instead of alcohol, it's financial manipulation. I talked to Jessica about it. She's doing it to you again, Jessica says. You know that, right? But she has reasons this time. Actual legitimate problems. Kate always has reasons. That's her thing. She's really good at making you feel like the asshole for questioning her. Jessica pauses. She called me last week, asked to borrow $200 for a vet bill, said her cat was sick. Kate doesn't have a cat. Exactly. When I pointed that out, she backtracked and said she meant her friend's cat that she's helping with. I told her no, and she got really weird about it. Said some shit about how I clearly don't value our friendship. My stomach sinks. She's running the scam again. Worse, she's running it on people who already know what she did. That's bold. I confront Kate that night. Did you ask Jessica for money for a fake cat? She looks genuinely confused. What? No. I asked her for money because I needed groceries and was embarrassed to say that. She said you mentioned a vet bill. Oh, yeah, I might have said that. I didn't want to admit I was broke again. So you lied. I mean, I panicked, but I was going to pay her back. With what money, Kate? You can't even pay me back the $40 from 2 weeks ago. She gets defensive. I've been having a rough month. Therapy is expensive. Paying everyone back drained my savings. I'm trying, but it's hard. So, you're just going to go back to using people? I'm not using anyone. I'm asking friends for help when I need it. That's what friends do. And just like that, we're back to square one. Her justifying, me feeling crazy for questioning her. The only difference is now I know what her journal said. I know she genuinely believes she deserves this. That her art makes her special enough to be supported by others. I decide to check my own patterns. I pull up my notes app and find something I'd forgotten about. A note titled Kate Expenses. I started it 3 months ago, right around when she started forgetting her wallet regularly. I open it and feel sick. Every single thing. Itemized, time-stamped, calculated, 3:15, dinner at Thai place, covered Kate, 43,318, coffee run, Kate forgot wallet, 8,322, split Uber, but Kate Venmo'd wrong amount, short $12, $325, Drinks after work, Kate forgot purse, $35. It goes on and on. 17 incidents documented with dates, amounts, locations. I've been checking this note almost daily, updating it, calculating the running total. The current amount Kate owes me, according to my obsessive tracking, $487. I'm disgusted with myself. Who does this? Who keeps a literal ledger of friendship debts? But also, I'm not wrong. She does owe me this much, but the fact that I've been documenting it so meticulously, checking it daily like I'm balancing a corporate account, that's unhinged. That's not normal friendship behavior. Jessica was right to give me that weird look at the party. This is a lot of detail to remember. Because I haven't been remembering it, I've been recording it, obsessively. I tell Kate we need to talk. I show her the note, her face goes pale. You've been keeping track? Like actual detailed records? Yeah, and before you say anything, I know it's crazy. But you've been doing the same thing, right? You're also keeping track. She shakes her head slowly. I deleted all that. After I burned the journal, I deleted the spreadsheets, the notes, all of it. I wasn't keeping track anymore because I was trying to stop thinking that way. But you've been doing this the whole time? Because you keep asking me for money. What am I supposed to do? Just let it go. Yes, that's what normal friends do. They don't keep itemized lists of every time they spotted someone $8 for coffee. Normal friends don't forget their wallet 17 fucking times. We're both yelling now. I pull out my phone and start reading from the note. March 15th, Thai place, $43. March 18th, Kate snatches my phone. Stop, just stop. This is insane. You're being insane. I'm being insane? You're the one who wrote a whole manifesto about how I don't deserve my money because I have a corporate job. You're the one who's been scamming friends for months. I stopped. I went to therapy. I apologized. I tried to change. And then you started asking me for money again within 3 weeks with fake vet bills and convenient payment processor problems. You didn't change. You just got better at hiding it. The fight escalates. We say horrible things to each other. She calls me controlling and obsessive. I call her manipulative and entitled. Finally, she screams, "You know what? I'm done. I'm moving out. I can't live with someone who literally keeps a tab on our friendship like I'm a fucking unpaid account. Good. Move out. At least then I won't have to document every time you conveniently forget to pay for shit." She goes to her room, and I hear her making phone calls. I'm shaking. This is bad, really bad. But also, I'm not backing down. Everything I said was true. She has been asking me for money. She has been making excuses. The documentation might be extreme, but the pattern is real. The next morning, Kate's packing. Jessica is helping her. They both give me cold looks when I come into the living room. "You're really leaving?" I ask. "I found a sublet," Kate says without looking at me. "I'm out by the weekend." "You're still on the lease," I point out. "I'm aware. I'll pay my half of rent through the end of the lease. Unlike what you apparently think, I do honor my commitments." Jessica turns to me. "You should probably know that Kate's been telling everyone about your psycho tracking system. Mike thought it was a joke, but yeah, we all know now. Great, just great. She's been scamming all of us," I say defensively, "and you've been keeping tabs like a fucking accountant. Both of you need help, honestly. But at least Kate's actually in therapy." They finish packing and leave. Kate doesn't say goodbye. Over the next few days, our mutual friends reach out, but not to check on me, to lecture me. "Mike, dude, keeping a spreadsheet of what friends owe you? That's serial killer behavior." L, "I heard about the note. That's really concerning. You should talk to someone. Even the friends who initially sympathized with me calling Kate out at Meridian now think I've gone too far. And maybe I have, but I can't bring myself to admit it." 2 weeks pass. Kate sends me money for her half of rent via Venmo. The note says, "Rent for June. Will continue paying until lease ends in August. Please don't contact me." I check my email and find a long message from Jessica. "Listen, I get that Kate hurt you. She hurt all of us. But what you did, keeping that detailed record, checking it daily, reading it off at her like evidence in court, that's not okay. That's not how friends treat each other." Kate told me about Brian, about the financial abuse. And yeah, she developed unhealthy patterns because of it. But you developed unhealthy patterns too. You became obsessed with tracking everything she owed you. You used it as a weapon. You're both trapped in the same toxic cycle, just on opposite sides. Kate is working on her shit. She's in therapy every week. She's reading books about codependency and financial trauma. She's actively trying to break her pattern. What are you doing? Still checking that note? Still calculating what she owes you? Because that's not healthy either. I think you should delete the note. Not to let Kate off the hook, but to free yourself from this obsession. It's eating at you and turning you into someone bitter and vindictive. You deserve better than that. We all do. I read the email 3 times. Then I look at my note, 17 incidents, 487. I've looked at this note 127 times since I created it. I know because the app tracks that. 127 times in 3 months. more than once a day on average. What the fuck am I doing? I delete the note. It feels terrifying and liberating at the same time. What if she never pays me back? What if I forget exactly how much she owes? What if I stop myself? That's the obsession talking. The need to control, to document, to prove I'm right. Maybe Jessica is right. Maybe I do need help. I look up therapists. I make an appointment. The earliest they have is 3 weeks out, but I take it. In the meantime, I'm alone in our apartment. Kate is staying with Jessica. Our mutual friends are distant. I've been so focused on being right about Kate that I didn't notice I was pushing everyone away. I try to focus on work, but even that's falling apart. I missed a deadline because I was too busy fighting with Kate. My boss called me out in a meeting. I'm distracted, irritable, making mistakes. Everything is crumbling. One night I'm scrolling through social media and I see Kate and Jessica at brunch. They're laughing, looking happy. The caption says, "Sunday fun day with my bestie." I feel a spike of anger. Kate's out there living her best life while I'm isolated and miserable, but then I notice the details. Kate's wearing normal clothes from Target, not designer brands. She's drinking regular coffee, not some $8 specialty latte. The food looks modest, like they split a simple breakfast. And in the comments, Jessica wrote, "Proud of you for treating. You're doing amazing." Kate treated with her own money. She's actually following through on changing, while I'm still sitting here bitter and alone. I check my Venmo. Kate's rent payment went through. I check my email. There's a message from her with the subject line, "Repayment plan." Inside is a simple spreadsheet. The irony isn't lost on me. It lists every friend she owes money to and a payment schedule. She's paying everyone back $50 a month until all debts are cleared. For me, it'll take about 10 months to clear the $487, but she's doing it, actually doing it. And I deleted my tracking note, so now I can't even verify if her number matches mine. I have to just trust it. That's probably the point. I reply to the email, "Thank you for this. I appreciate you honoring your commitments. I'm sorry for how things ended." She doesn't reply. July comes. Kate's July rent payment arrives on time with a note. July rent plus $50 toward debt. She's keeping her word. I see more photos of her and Jessica. Kate got a part-time job at an art supply store. She's still freelancing, but has steady income now. She looks healthier, happier. Meanwhile, I'm barely holding it together. I had my first therapy session, and it was brutal. The therapist asked me about my relationships, and when I described the Kate situation, she said, "It sounds like you both were trying to control each other through money. Have you considered that you might have your own issues with control and boundaries?" No, I hadn't considered that. I'd been so focused on Kate's manipulation that I didn't see my own controlling behavior, the obsessive tracking, the petty revenge with her groceries, the way I weaponized documentation against her. People who keep detailed records like that, the therapist continued, are usually trying to protect themselves from feeling taken advantage of. But it can become a defense mechanism that pushes people away. You're so focused on not being used that you can't have genuine relationships. She's right. I've been so traumatized by Kate's manipulation that I turned into someone just as toxic, just in a different way. August arrives. Final month of the lease. Kate sends rent plus another $50. Still no personal communication. I run into her at the grocery store. We make eye contact. She gives a small nod and keeps walking. It hurts, but I understand. I burned that bridge pretty thoroughly. Jessica texts me, "Kate's taking over my lease. I'm moving in with my boyfriend. Thought you should know, in case you run into her around the neighborhood." So Kate's staying in the area with Jessica. They've become best friends while Kate and I imploded. I text back, "That's great. I'm happy for both of you. I mean it." Jessica replies, "For what it's worth, Kate doesn't hate you. She's just protecting herself from falling back into unhealthy patterns. Being around you was triggering for both of you." That's a kind way of saying we were toxic for each other. She's not wrong. September 1st, lease is officially over. Kate sends a final message. "Last rent payment sent. We'll continue $50 a month payments until debt is clear. Thank you for everything. I hope you're doing well." I want to write back something meaningful, an apology, an explanation, a request to try again. But what would be the point? We both need to move forward separately. So I just reply, "Received. Thank you. I hope you're doing well too." And that's it. No dramatic confrontation, no tearful reunion, just the quiet end of a friendship that started with promise and ended in mutual destruction. I sit in my empty apartment. I can finally afford it on my own with Kate's departure. It's quiet, clean, organized, exactly how I wanted it, but it feels hollow. I lost Kate. I lost our friend group. I lost my sense of being a good person, all because I couldn't let go of needing to be right. I was right about the money. Kate did manipulate our friend. She did use people. She did all the things I documented so carefully, but being right didn't matter. Being right cost me everything. My therapist asked me last week, would you rather be right or be happy? I chose being right, and now I'm sitting alone in an apartment I can barely afford, having lost my entire social circle, still receiving $50 payments from someone who used to to be my friend. The worst part? I check my email every month when the payment comes through. Not because I need to verify it, not because I don't trust her, but because it's the only contact we have left. And I miss her. I miss the Kate who existed before Brian, before the scams, before the fights. The Kate who would stay up late talking about her art dreams, who would make me laugh until I cried, who felt like a real friend before money ruined everything. But that Kate might have never existed. Or maybe she existed for both of us, and we both destroyed her with our toxicity. I don't know anymore. All I know is that I won. I was right about everything. I have the documentation to prove it, and it means absolutely nothing. Because being right about Kate's manipulation didn't fix the fact that I'm also broken, that I also have unhealthy patterns, that I also need therapy to figure out why I couldn't just have a normal friendship without turning it into an accounting exercise. The $50 payments keep coming. October, November, December. Kate is keeping her word. I'm keeping mine by accepting them without comment. We're both honoring our commitments from a distance. It's the healthiest thing we've managed to do for each other. Through social media, I see Kate's life progressing. She's thriving, actually. Her art is selling. She got promoted at the art supply store. She and Jessica have this whole friend group now, people I don't know. She looks genuinely happy. I'm doing okay. Not great, but okay. Therapy is helping. I'm working on my control issues. I deleted all my tracking apps. I'm learning to let things go. But I'm also alone. I haven't made new friends. I haven't tried. How do you make friends when you don't trust yourself not to ruin it? January comes. Kate's final payment. The debt is clear. She sends a longer message. Final payment sent. We're square now. I want to thank you for holding me accountable, even though it hurt at the time. You were right to call me out. I was using people and I needed someone to stop enabling it. I also want to apologize for the things I wrote in that journal. You didn't deserve that. You were never the villain in my story. I was. I hope therapy is helping you like it's helped me. I hope you're finding peace. Take care. I stare at that message for a long time. She thanked me for ruining dinner, for documenting everything, for being the asshole who wouldn't let her get away with it. But she also apologized for the journal, for making me the villain, for the toxic patterns we fed in each other. I want to respond with something meaningful, but what? Thanks for the money and the closure. Sorry we destroyed each other. Miss you. Instead, I write, thank you for following through on every payment. It meant a lot. I'm sorry too, for everything. I hope you're happy. She doesn't reply. That's okay. We don't need more words. We said everything we needed to say through $50 monthly payments and years of fighting over who was more right. I close my laptop and look around my empty apartment. Kate is with Jessica now, in a friendship that doesn't involve toxic scorekeeping. She found someone who doesn't track her expenses or weaponize her past, someone who accepts her as she is while she works on getting better. And I'm here, alone in an apartment I can afford, right about everything, having won every argument. The lease ends tomorrow. I'm moving to a studio across town, starting completely fresh. No roommates, no one to keep score with, no one to prove wrong. Just me, my therapy appointments, and the lessons I learned too late. I pack the last box and take one final look at the apartment where Kate and I lived out our whole toxic cycle, where we went from strangers to friends to enemies to distant acquaintances, sending monthly Venmo payments. This is what winning looks like: an empty apartment, deleted contacts, and the certainty that I was right. I won the argument, but lost the friendship and my entire social circle in the process. Kate sends one final text as I'm loading my car. Saw you're moving. Good luck with everything. I type out thanks, but delete it. I try you too, but that feels hollow. Finally, I settle on nothing. I leave her on read. It's fitting. Our friendship started with me trying to prove a point, and it ends the same way. Silent, bitter, technically correct. I drive away from the apartment for the last time. In my rearview mirror, I see Jessica's car pull up. Kate gets out. They're laughing about something. Kate looks lighter, freer. She's wearing normal clothes and carrying reusable grocery bags, living a regular life without the burden of my judgment or my tracking. And I'm heading to my studio apartment, where I'll continue being right, all by myself. Thanks for watching till the end. Make sure to like and subscribe to not miss the next story.